debate is still ongoing, and boy, do I have an action for you. I'm Eliza Orland's career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan, and this is Senator Susan Collins from the state of Maine. Susan Collins ultimately did vote to advance the busted billionaire bill that's going to give tax breaks to billionaires and meanwhile cut funding to healthcare for 17 million Americans, not to mention a tax on climate funding, education, working families, and more. And while she did vote to advance it, she has not committed to voting for this bill in its current form. But she's not a no vote, even though she should be, because this bill helps billionaires and not her constituents in Maine. So with that being said, I've got an assignment for you all. I'd like to introduce you to the Hammond family. Bethany Hammond, Sadie Hammond, Mike Hammond, Scott Brock, Connie Brock, Evan Brock, Mary Hammond, and Don Hammond. Now, Hammond Lumber is a fourth-generation family-owned company in Maine. Mike Hammond is the CEO. His father, Don Hammond, is the executive vice president. But this is a family-owned business. And what does this family all have in common? All the people I named who run Hammond Lumber? Well, they all donate over and over and over and over and over again to Susan Collins. Sometimes they donate via the Win Red platform, which is kind of like Act Blue, but on the right, or directly to her Collins for Senator. This is all from fec.gov, which tracks all political contributions. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the Hammond Lumber TikTok and leave comments telling them to tell Susan Collins to vote no. We're gonna go to the Hammond Lumber Instagram account and comment on all of their posts, flooding them, telling them to tell Susan Collins to vote no. We're gonna go to their YouTube account and give them some feedback on what we need Susan Collins to do here. We're also gonna find them on LinkedIn. Finally, on hammondlumber.com, you can scroll all the way down and find the little spot which says send us some feedback, and you can just enter your comments. Send feedback, flood the zone. This is a fourth generation Maine business. They are headquartered in Maine. They have over 950 employees. They're family owned. They must care about the residents of Maine. And Maine deserves better. Maine deserves for Susan Collins to vote no on this horrible bill that's going to hurt the people who live in Maine. So tell the Hammonds, tell them, Susan Collins needs to vote no, and you are her donors. You have donated tens of thousands of dollars to her campaigns over the years. We need you to step up and tell her to vote no. I'm gonna level with you. I'm exhausted, but we need to stop this bill. Lives are depending on it, and I know we can do it. I think Susan Collins is looking for a reason to vote no, and if her donors ask her to, she will. This vote is going to take place on Monday, June 30th. So let's make this happen. And please make sure you're following me for more. I'll be giving updates and other homework assignments. You all are the best.